Matthew Ward Message, World Events Unfolding. With loving greetings from all souls at this station, this is Matthew. Please tell us the truth. Is the chaos because these are the end times prophesied in the Bible? These are the end times for evil doing. The time is up for deception, cruelty, warring, oppression, and everything else based in darkness. The Illuminati's fortunes, remnants of influence in mainstream media, scattered segments of military might, and numbers of minions are fast dwindling. They cannot stop the power of the light, and their energy streamers with attachments of base intentions cannot enter the frequency of the energy plane, where Earth is heading. All the dark ones can do is keep trying to create fear, as the violence and destruction they had set in motion runs out its course. And with that, a long era of darkness on the planet will come to an end. Every country in your world is experiencing some measure of confusion and upheaval. With evolution nipping at the heels of revolution and astronomical revolution. Chaos is unavoidable, and so is the emergence of truths. There are too many variables for us to know untruths, and major changes in the world's economic system will start coming forth, and whether there may be outages in power and communication, but the intensifying commotion in Earth's energy field of potential signifies that the time is not far off. We suggest having on hand 2 or 3 weeks' supply of food and water for family and pets, flashlights, and other emergency essentials. As stated in previous messages, if there is a lockdown, it will be for your protection. Dear family, you have been waiting to see strong action. It is on the way. Simply keep focusing on love, peace, and harmony, and know that ever-rising vibrations are fortifying all undertakings with godly intentions. Matthew and other light messengers assured us there won't be WWII. That was before the dire situation developed in the Mideast. What does Matthew think now? There will be no WWII, despite all the efforts of Netanyahu, a peak Illuminati, who started a year ago to create a global conflict. His first step was pulling back Israel's defense measures at the border with Gaza, and arranging with Hamas commanders to enter, create mayhem, and take hostages. The Illuminati formed and support Hamas, and all other Mideast terrorist groups. He expected Israel's battle with Hamas to become a regional war, and, with the support of the NATO and the United States, escalate into WWII. But national leaders in the Middle East know war is his goal, and they want no part of it. So, instead of Netanyahu provoking those countries into battle, as he anticipated, his forces are fighting Hezbollah, another of the Illuminati's terrorist organizations. We have been asked to comment on the second assassination attempt on Donald Trump's life, and how this will affect the election in the United States. It is clear to us, as it is to you, that his foes are quite determined to do him in. The last 2 failed attempts are the only ones publicized. The first of numerous others came when he decided to enter the 2016 presidential race. The Illuminati, more commonly called Deep State, want to eliminate this influential man they cannot control, and who is determined to shut down all their criminal activities. In the attempt at issue, the person in custody is their newest marksman, so to say. In addition to having professional snipers, rogue agents in the CIA look for mentally unstable individuals who are shooters, and have made known they are anti-Trump. The agents talk with those individuals about true patriots will save our democracy, and it would be for the good of this country if Trump were taken out. Considering that the most recent deep suggestion attempt, which never got off the ground, was one more in a long line of failures, suggests that Mr. Trump and his white hat double may be divinely protected. There is no indication that attempt will affect the election, but other factors could. A number of possibilities are on the way to probability status, and if one or more continues gaining momentum, there could be a change in the electoral process. The electorate think in terms of polls, endorsements, fundraising figures, and vote counting. But it is the light intensity that fortifies our rightful action that will have the most impact on the election. We understand that the state of the world is keeping minds occupied. Most readers who send emails to my mother ask about recent or imminent events, and we are happy to share what we know. But always our primary mission has been to offer spiritual enlightenment and guidance, along with encouragement during this unprecedented time on Earth, and the following 2 emails enable us to do this. If people believe reports about the possibility of another pandemic, and the potential for a third world war, and don't request my input, would telling them what I know violate the universal law of non-interference? It is not your responsibility, or your right, to try to change anyone's beliefs, but in addition to the stress factor in those kinds of reports is people's desire to understand what is going on. They don't know this is a profoundly extraordinary time in the planet's history, but they are sensing the swiftness of time passing and the physical effects of clashing vibrations. We feel that offering what you know at an appropriate moment would not be construed as interference. For instance, if some event or situation is questioned in conversation, would you like to know what I've read or heard? Would not be intrusive. If the individuals are receptive, speak confidently about the topic and mention books and internet sites you trust. Assure them that the light forces are winning the battle with the dark forces, or that upcoming changes make Earth's future bright, whichever note of optimism is more appropriate for your audience. If they respond positively, ask if they would like to meet sometime to discuss issues of interest. That would put the responsibility for advancing in awareness with them, where it belongs. However, a glowing beacon can be ever so welcome to souls who are at sea insofar as figuring out what is happening and why. Your world is awash with deliberate deceit, misperceptions, and assumptions. Truth and clarification are greatly needed. Yes indeed, beloved brothers and sisters, please do offer what you know to whoever is receptive. Don't be discouraged when individuals are not. Some people do not want their beliefs upended under any circumstances. I don't see how my soul can be intricately connected to the souls of evil people. I do not feel any responsibility at all for what they do. If I reincarnate, can I come back with no strings attached? Dear one, you do not have a soul, you are a soul. You have a body so you can experience life in a physical world, but you are not that body. You are the heartstrings and mind working within it. You are a being of love, light, energy, a unique, independent, inviolate, powerful eternal soul, and your inseparable connection with everything else is energetic. Never are you responsible for what anyone else does. The beginnings of all souls is when Creator, Source, Supreme Being, of the cosmos, totality, I am, all that is silently expressed itself into light. Light, the same energy as love, is cosmic consciousness, and it is the most powerful force in existence. All knowledge is within this consciousness, waiting for souls to tap into its limitless illumination. All discoveries, inventions, and innovations to date have come from this consciousness via individuals' inspirations and endeavors, or maybe response to nudging by their spirit guides. Everything that exists throughout this universe is Creator's energy fluctuating at one frequency or another. Every life form in Earth's animal and plant kingdoms is a soul, and each is a microcosm of the planet. It could be no other way because the elements that make up every form are elements of Gaia's body. In that same way, Earth is a microcosm of your solar system. It is a microcosm of the Milky Way, and that galaxy, and all others are parts of this universe, which is one of 7 in the cosmos. Thus, everything that exists cosmos-wide is within the energetic interconnectedness of all that is and evermore shall be. There is so much more to be said about souls, but we want to clarify reincarnation for the dear soul who wrote, and anyone else who misunderstands multiple lifetimes. Mother, please copy here my effort to explain this in a message quite some time ago. Because the timeless continuum, where multiple multi-dimensional lifetimes are happening simultaneously, and everything affects everything else, is a nebulous concept almost impossible to grasp. Reincarnation is the closest that messengers from the light could describe a process that fits into your linear time frame. But it is not that Albert Einstein, say, reincarnates as this or that person, and I'll do my best to explain the reality. Every one of the countless souls throughout the cosmos is a unique, independent, inviolate eternal being. At the same time, it is energetically interconnected with all others. The beginning of every soul was the instant creator let burst forth its love light self, the Big Bang, and everything in existence is co-created by souls using creator's energy to put their ideas into motion and form. Soul A, let us say, wants to incarnate for the first time. After putting its ideas into a soul contract, it enters into an agreement, we call it pre-birth agreement, with other souls that want to share the lifetime. Then it designs and co-creates a body for its personage that fits what it wants to experience as a mortal. Thereupon Soul A becomes a cumulative soul, while remaining its unique eternal self, and it shares all of its knowledge with the soul that is the new personage. The term cumulative is applied to Soul A because it initiated the physical lifetime of another soul, but, as you shall see, that is the start of cumulative experiencing. Let us call that first personage Soul B. All of Soul B's characteristics endowed by Soul A, and all experiences throughout the lifetime: intelligence, talents, body form, and features, personality, ideas, relationships, education, habits, plans, accomplishments, disappointments, heartaches, joys, doubts, failures, interests, fears are added to Soul A's database as Soul B has each experience, and everything is retained by Soul B when its body dies. When Soul A wants to embark upon a different kind of physical life, it goes through the same process. Now it has not only its original knowledge, but also the lifetime experiencing of Soul B to share with its second personage. When Soul B wants to put into motion its own ideas, it makes a soul contract, and so forth. Like Soul A, it remains a unique soul self, while sharing its knowledge from personal experiencing. And that which was endowed by Soul A with the soul that is its first personage. Soul A and Soul B grow in experience, knowledge, and wisdom with each of their personages, each of whom is a unique, independent, inviolate eternal soul, and the composite is a force field of diverse, interconnected lifetimes that grows with new personages wherever they are throughout their universe. Souls choose contract provisions to fill gaps, or strengthen areas of cumulative experiencing to balance all of the lifetimes. Thus, an ever-expanding storehouse of awareness is available to all souls in the lineage. Evolvement comes as personages consciously tap into that storehouse, so it's not learning anew, but rather a process of self-discovery, remembering what is known at soul level from the beginning. And, just as you are living in this moment, so are all the beings you think of as your past or future lives. You and all of those other unique souls are living in the now of the continuum. From my lifetimes in third-density civilizations, I know how difficult it is trying to understand something for which there is no conscious frame of reference, and my explanation may have added confusion rather than clarification about multiple multidimensional lifetimes. So, please know that everything I described happened simply and divinely, as someday you shall see for yourselves again. Excerpt from February 3, 2014 message. Thank you, Mother. All light beings in this universe honor you and support you with unconditional love throughout your journey in dedicated service to Gaia. Awakening may be just a breath away. Company of Heaven said, outer appearances make it as difficult for us to fully comprehend how much our invocations and decrees are assisting humanity and Mother Earth during this incredibly critical time in Earth's ascension process. The beings of light have revealed that the seemingly miraculous shifts of vibration the sons and daughters of God have accomplished since the birth of this decade, 2020 to 2030, have elevated the consciousness of each of us individually, and all of us collectively to the very brink of our full awakening. They said that there are quite literally millions of people on Earth who are close enough to accomplish their awakening. With the very next breath. Today we are being assured by our Father, Mother God, and the company of Heaven, that our sincere heartfelt invocations will help immensely in supporting our sisters and brothers in accomplishing the last step in their awakening process. If you have the heart call to do so, please join with me and light workers around the world now. And we begin. I am presence, and I am one with the I am presence of all humanity. As one breath, one voice, one heartbeat, and one energy, vibration, and consciousness of pure divine love, I proceed. As I invoke this activity of light, For myself, I invoke it on behalf of all of my sisters and brothers in the family of humanity, in perfect alignment with their divine plan, and the highest good for all concerned. I am one with God. I am that I am. With every holy breath I take, I am ascending into new levels of divine consciousness. Now, with every in-breath and every out-breath, I am also receiving higher and higher frequencies of our Father Mother God's golden flame of enlightenment. As this occurs, humanity en masse is becoming consciously aware through our I in presence of this shift into a higher state of divine consciousness and enlightenment. This is allowing every person to clearly perceive the tangible awakening taking place within the divinity of our heart flames. The golden flame of enlightenment is an expression of divine intelligence from the very heart of God that reflects the full divine potential pulsating within the heart flame of every son and daughter of God evolving on this sweet earth. The entire company of heaven is now standing in readiness. I send forth a clarion call invoking my illumined brothers and sisters to come and help me in this moment of expanding within the heart flame of every person on earth the divine enlightenment of my Father Mother God. The cosmic tone of my clarion call reverberates through all dimensions. The response comes from every corner of the cosmos. I see the luminous presence of legions of divine beings descending into the atmosphere of Earth. They take their strategic positions above the planet, and as one consciousness of divine enlightenment, the beings of light begin breathing into their heart flames on behalf of all of humanity the highest frequency of our Father Mother God's fifth-dimensional crystalline solar flame of divine enlightenment that cosmic law will allow. The celestial frequency of enlightenment is pulsating with the sacred knowledge now being revealed in every person's heart flame. This sacred knowledge contains the heart-based patterns of God's infinite perfection which will form the fifth-dimensional crystalline solar new earth. It also pulsates with brand new colors, fragrances, musical tones, concepts, ideas, geometric patterns, and a new level of divine intelligence beyond anything the sons and daughters of God evolving on earth have ever envisioned or even imagined. The I Am presence of every person on earth now volunteers to be the open door for this powerful gift of light. Instantaneously, the beings of light breathe this brand new frequency of the yellow gold flame of divine enlightenment into every person's heart flame. The sacred fire penetrates into the core of purity in every single atomic and subatomic particle and wave of life on this precious planet. The celestial frequency of the yellow gold flame of enlightenment now flows through humanity's 12 fifth-dimensional crystalline solar strands of DNA. This influx of divine enlightenment raises the vibration of every person's crown chakra and spiritual brain centers, awakening every person to a higher level of divine awareness. This recalibration is allowing every person's heart flame to receive and perpetually sustain higher expressions of God's yellow gold flame of divine enlightenment than we have ever experienced. Now, with every in-breath and every out-breath, humanity, the elemental kingdom and Mother Earth are gently ascending into higher and higher frequencies of divine enlightenment. Humanity en masse is becoming consciously aware of this shift, as each one is lifted into a higher state of divine consciousness and enlightenment. This is allowing the I Am presence of every person to accelerate our awakening, and to become increasingly aware of our oneness, of all life, and the fact that humanity, the elemental kingdom and Mother Earth are all expressions of divine intelligence. Together, we reflect the immaculate concept of our Father Mother God's divine plan for this cosmic moment in Earth's ascension process. With the victory of this activity of light, every person now has the opportunity to become a powerful instrument of God vested with the ability to enhance the feeling worlds of all with whom we come in contact. This will not be accomplished through our human will, but through the balanced power of the newly recalibrated threefold heart flame within our individual and collective I Am presences. Knowing this profound truth, humanity will experience the bliss of realizing that we are one with all life, and that love is all there is. The heavens are rejoicing. The infinite gratitude of our Father Mother God, and the beings of light through infinity is flowing through humanity's collective I Am presence in appreciation for our selfless service to the light, and all life. Victory is ours. Victory is ours. Victory is ours. And so it is. Beloved, I am that I am. God bless you. Patricia, Cota, Robles, sorceryofflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light. Click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.